Today we are reviewing the best irons of 2024 for low handicap golfers. Okay, so this would be about 5 handicap or below. You're looking for feel, sound, looks, not overly fussed on distance, but really trying to get that sort of control in your game. Okay, so I've picked out the Callaway Apex CB, the TaylorMade P7 CB, the Ping Blueprint S, and the Wilson Staff CB model. Okay, so 4 standout clubs for me this year, certainly been fitting a lot of our members this year, and these 4 clubs in particular for this category of golfer have been the best. Okay, so first thing we want to look at is looks. I think it's important for this type of golfer. If you're in the category of a CB iron, you probably want something that looks quite nice. I think in truth, as you would expect, they all look good. I mean, from behind, I'd say probably the Wilson is a bit of a standout in terms of looks. But, you know, you look at the other brands, Ping have made big strides in recent years. And for me, in the playing position, again, similar, but again, personal preference, I'd actually say Callaway. I think it's just the sort of rounded edge on the sort of toe there I prefer. But it is personal, but I'd probably say the Callaway in that sort of playing position looks the best. But I think you'll be most interested in performance. Obviously, that's what it's about ultimately. We're going to hit 5 shots with each, so just a small sample size to give you my feel of, you know, looks, feel, and obviously how the numbers are performing. And I think you want to look in particular consistency in the distance, those spin numbers, launch numbers. You know, can you rely on this club going the yardage that it should go? Okay, so starting with this Callaway Apex CB. Callaway talk all about the forging process, the 5-step process to get this feeling exactly how they want it. Okay, so very much designed for your low handicap golfer. I like what Callaway are doing as well at the moment. You know, everything's quite consistent through the range. You know, we're seeing even in the new AI 200 and 300 go down into the Pro and then the CB range. They all kind of look quite similar, so we're going to see a lot of people having combo sets going into next year. But yeah, for me, the big one here is this sort of this playing position. I just think it looks really, really good, nice and inviting, not too small. Little bit off the toe. Again, that's ultimately what you're going to get with this club, is you're not going to have the complete forgiveness. Better strike there. Yeah, that's what I would expect, about a 169 carry from sort of 90 mile an hour club speed. And again, spin number's crucial here. So for me, anything around that 6,000 spin is great. We know it's going to land, and you can see there it's stopping within 7 yards, which is great for a 7 iron. Yeah. Solid again there, nice and straight. And again, you know, Callaway talking about this feel, this sort of forging process. You know, it does feel really nice and soft. Apex has always been a good range. Yeah, solid. Decent ball speed on that one. Yeah, really good. Yeah, what I like about that last shot there is that, you know, it's gone that bit further, 175 carry, but the spin's still good, so it's going to land and stop, which is key. Good start there from Callaway. Okay, so into the Ping Blueprint S. Ping are saying that these have been tested extensively by the Tour Pros, designed for the Tour Pros. There is the T version as well. But it is all around that shaping, trying to get a shape that's attractive on the eye, and they've done a great job. You know, I do really like it. You know, it's not quite as rounded off as the Callaway, but you know, there's kind of more of a point to the toe, but you know, it looks great. Really like it. Very sort of Ping-like, if you like. You know, you look back at those kind of S models back in the past. Really like it. So let's just go through the process. Hit 5 shots here again. Playing position looks good. Yeah, nice. Felt good. Although soft, you know, it actually felt a bit different to the Callaway. Felt good. Although it felt hot, the ball speed wasn't quite as good, but we know we're not as interested in that. Spin was noticeably a bit higher there at 6.2. Quite interesting. Yeah. I do like that sort of white line that Ping paints on the bottom groove. Definitely helps line things up a bit easier. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, let's just try one more. Yeah, it felt really solid, this. I like it. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, nice and straight. Yeah, overall there, really like it. Yeah, felt solid, looks good. Doing exactly what Ping wanted to do. Yeah, really good. Okay, so into the Wilson Staff Model CB. Wilson have always produced really good, you know, players' irons in particular, and you can see that in the looks, both behind and sort of down in the sort of address position as well. Really like this sort of polished chrome finish. What I like about what Wilson are saying is that they've added some weight to the toe, and you can see that there, and that's to eliminate that left miss. So most likely that's the feedback from the tour players, that they don't want to see that left miss. And to be fair, in my game, generally, if anything, would miss left. So that toe weight, you know, could be good for somebody out there that perhaps, you know, if you do have that left miss, something to consider. So let's hit a few of these. Felt lovely, yeah. Could really feel that forged face there. In the address, this head does feel a touch smaller in terms of like overall footprint. Bit off the bottom there, but again, retain that carry, retain that ball speed, which is good. So again, just bear in mind that, you know, these aren't blades by any stretch. You know, they are for, you know, they do allow for a few miss hits. Yeah, pretty good again. Felt nice. Yeah, good hit. Yeah, I've seen a lot of consistency here, which, as I said at the start, that is a big thing for me. Getting that consistency. You need to know your numbers. Felt good again. Yeah, really good. Yeah, so to be honest, based on feel, I'm interested to see the numbers at the end, but that was a bit of a standout so far. That felt nice. Looks, I like it. Feel felt great. Tiny bit small in terms of looking down at it, but again, if you're a decent ball striker, you shouldn't have too many issues with that. Okay, last but not least, the TaylorMade P7 CB, only really been released over the last couple of months really. TaylorMade talk a lot about stability, workability, the forging process, so they want you to have some nice feel, but they also want that little bit of help in there as well. And you can see that in the design. You know, to me from behind there, it still looks like you're going to have a little bit of help as well, which, you know, we all need, don't we? So let's hit 5 with this as well. Playing position's great. Really like the look of that. Felt really nice. And again, we're going to expect that, aren't we, on all of these clubs? Forged heads, they're going to feel nice. That felt lovely again. Really good. Good spin number there. I like that spin number at 6,000. Yeah, good again. Yeah, I'm liking this TaylorMade. Good upgrade on the, I actually do play the MC, so this has replaced that and feels like a good upgrade. Yeah. Okay, let's just try one more. Yeah, good. Okay, so that's all 4 tested and hit, and I felt like I hit them all quite similar, to be honest. You know, there was no obvious one that I struggled with. They all felt great, to be honest. Standouts, I felt like probably the last 2, the Wilson and TaylorMade felt the best. But let's look at the numbers. So let's start with the dispersion. Okay, so dispersion, really we're looking at the size of the circles, really, aren't we? You'd probably say the red circle is just about the smallest there, which is the TaylorMade at the end, which I like. And then really the biggest circle was probably the Callaway, looks a little spread out. Okay, let's look at the numbers. This is going to give us a better feel for where we're at. I think in reality they're all reasonably similar when it comes to the dispersion. This is going to give us a better feel. So if we're looking from left to right, you can see their club speeds are all similar, 85, 86. Ball speed, the TaylorMade seem to be a little bit more. Probably could feel that, to be honest. You know, there seemed to be just a little bit more help behind the head. Launch, ping was the lowest at 16.9, and then the other 3 were quite similar. Spin numbers, TaylorMade a little bit higher there, just at pretty much at 5.9. But the reality, you can see there, you know, Wilson 5.8 near enough, 5.6 and 5.6, all quite similar. Height, the TaylorMade was the highest. I do like it around about 100 feet, so 96 feet, 90, 84 and 92, so ping coming out quite low. Distances are all very similar, 170 or 177 with TaylorMade, so I like that sort of stopping power. 167, 166, 168, so all very, very similar in terms of that distance. Side total, again, just finally looking at that, plus or minus 14 feet with the TaylorMade, 17 feet, 12 feet with the ping, and then 22 feet with the Callaway. Looking at it as a whole, I think it's so hard to pick. If I had to look at the different categories, I think looks, I would say the Callaway probably just edges it in terms of looks, but it's between that and Wilson. In terms of dispersion, we saw TaylorMade won it. For me, if we were to pick one just by an edge, because of the spin number, because of the launch number, a little bit more distance, for me, TaylorMade P7 CB wins the race. But I do think for more testing, I do think that Wilson's going to get close to it. As always, guys, if this is your first time watching the channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe, post any comments down below. I look forward to seeing you again very soon.